Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, New Beginnings, My Everyday Life in Rural Cyprus. I'm Dawn, and as the title says, I live in Cyprus, so you're welcome. Thank you for supporting my channel, it's really appreciated, especially all your lovely comments. Thank you so much for them, and as you know, if you've commented, I do reply to each and every one. So thank you for supporting my channel, and do check out my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and you'll see lots of content there. Just go on the playlist to see what you're looking for. Hey there, Nanya Texas on the back 20 is in the house. Go and check out that channel too. And we're going to start today with my mood cards. How am I feeling today? So let me go through them and find the most appropriate one, which is hard because I don't know what. Oh, I'm going to go with this one. Awesome. Do you like my picture I drew? Awesome, because I got so much editing done today. And the main reason for that, it is blisteringly hot. We're in a second heat wave, and this is even hotter than the first one. We're very close to catastrophic temperatures, and so basically I cannot leave a fan. You literally get up, go to the toilet or something, you are dropping to the floor. So I have a big fan here. I've had to actually wedge the curtains as much as possible because I've got the fan on full belt today. It's right here, and without the fan I would be on the floor. It's too hot to be outside. I am hoping this evening to go out in the pool just to cool down before bed. But that's why I got so much editing done, because I'm literally sitting by the fan and not moving. So that was an ideal thing to do. My mood is great to tear up the pool. Yes, I've been on there and left you a comment. I did see that video of yours earlier today. Yeah, we've never had any problems with ours. We did big researches on everything. My husband, in his younger days, actually worked at a swimming pool. He was a lifeguard, but he learned all the information on cleaning pools, chemicals, balances of the chemicals, way above what you would do for a normal home pool. So he knows everything about that. We had it relined a little while ago, and the guys actually came and said, we're amazed how long your line has actually lasted in this heat as well. So it's very good. And the company we're with actually give you a lifetime guarantee of the actual pool. They actually came and did a little maintenance. That was free of charge, most of it as well. And the only problem we had was a little bit of sand was getting into the pool when we were backwashing or cleaning it. And they found what it was. Mike knew what it was, but obviously you've got to go with their engineers. And it was something to do with the handle that you do, opening and shutting when you're cleaning. I forget what it's called. And there's a little spring on it, so it never fully quite closed down. It didn't pull spring tight, and they fixed that now. So all will be good. Nanya texts on the back 20 says, yes, it's hot. Maybe finally going to cool off a little to 95. Yeah, we've got at least another week of extreme temperatures. They've banned all outdoor workers for any time of the day. All outside workers have to stay indoors and aren't allowed to work. And as I say, unless it doesn't really cool down much in the evenings. It's not country where the evenings are cooler. Last night we had the fans on, blowing in our face all night long. Yeah, so we've got a little bit more to go with that at the minute. Yours is 20 years old, which isn't bad in Texas. It's ready to upgrade. We got ours when we first moved to this house, so that would be 18 years. And as I say, just had it relined. It was more the case of the lining we had with the sun. It was sort of blue and white, and the blue, particularly around the middle drain bit on the ground, that basically discoloured a bit. And so the pool lining we've chosen this time, on the back of the pool lining, it's actually a turquoisey colour. So if the top fades at all, you'll just see more of the turquoise colour coming through, so it won't look like the white bleach sort of look. Not that we put bleach in the pool, but you know what I mean. It's from the sun, totally from the sun. So, okay, let's move on to what I'm reading at the moment. And I didn't show my book I was going to start because I hadn't chosen one when I finished the last one. I was going through all my book auction wins and sorting out books I didn't want to keep, just flicking through those. So I've done that now. And the next book I have started, I'm actually more than halfway through already, so it must be a good read, is this one. And it's called The Private Lives of Pippa Lee by Rebecca Miller. And basically, it's a woman, and her husband is 30 years older than her, and he's got lots of money and he's still in business. I think he's a publisher, but he doesn't want to be dependent on her. He's had a couple of heart attacks, but he's still okay. And basically what they've done, he's decided he wants to leave their huge house and go and live, give up all their like beach house and all their different houses and go and live in a retirement village. And she doesn't really want to do that. And she's by far the youngest person there. And it's about that to start with, but then it goes back to her backstory, explaining how she came to be with him and her life from a child, basically, which is what I'm on now. I'm up to, I think she's probably about 20 years old or something now. And as you can see, I've read this bit here and I've got this little bit to go. So that's basically, I rate it, don't I? So I would have started saying maybe a 7.5. Then it went rather dark, is the word dark, nasty dark. So that dropped to about a 5.5 for me. But it's picking up now. She's actually now met the man that she is married to at the beginning, and it's going up to sort of a 7 at the moment to see where that goes. So I guess you have to have that backstory bit, and we'll see what happens from there. So would I recommend it? If you're not worried about reading some, let's say, explicit stuff, it got a little bit explicit in there. If you're not worried about that, then it's okay. I would rather not have that in a book, but it's there for the story. So yes, we'll see what that comes to at the end. Nanya Texas on the back 20 says, got to run. Thank you for popping in. And now we've got the update on my craft cross stitch apron, my gardening apron that I'm doing. And I've done my channel name on the bottom. I've been doing vegetables slowly on the bottom. I'm going to keep going till I filled it a few more spaces. As you can see, the bottom there's definitely got to have a couple more things. I can't do much lower than what I've done because it's very hard to sew with the needle in the pockets, not that deep at the bottom. But I was saying last time about, I don't know what else I can do vegetable wise. And look, I've done olives. Blue from Blue Self-Reliant suggested you must do some olives, Dawn. You grow olives. So I kind of have adapted a pattern of something else. So I hope they look a bit like olives. And I had to try and do the olive leaf shape. So let me know what you think about that. So thanks for Blue for that idea. That's filled up a nice gap, but obviously there's got to be some more stuff in there. I am going to outline some of them. Let me show you. For example, you can't see it as well as I can see it, but things like the parsnip. I think they stand out better. Anything with the whitey bits. There was something over this side. Oh, the bottom of the radish here. So I'm going to outline, I think, those. I don't think I'll outline everything, but we'll see. As I say, there's at least 2 or 3 more things. Might want me to do another strawberry over this side. So there's a bit more to go yet. A bit more, but I'll keep you updated on that. It's good showing this every week because it makes me get on and do at least one more vegetable. Oh dear. I'm going to do some shout outs. And I've also got Mike is suddenly decided to clear out his room. Now I say his room, people are like, what? This is my room. These aren't our bedrooms. These are like our offices, studies, workrooms, or as I call this room, my creation station, because we have 4 big bedrooms. We don't need 4 big bedrooms. So we've got 1 guest bedroom, we've got our bedroom, and then 2 of the bedrooms, we've taken a room each. First of all, I was in what we call Mike's room. And we both had desks in there because when I was working and he took over accounts for me, then we were both in that room. It's a really big room. And then this room, when we first moved in, we just kind of, those odds and ends, and you just shove them in a room while you're sorting your house out. And it was things, we built a storeroom in the guest bedroom. It's that big, people thought it was another bedroom within a bedroom. That's how big it is. It's walk in, walk round type of room. And someone said, why don't you make it an ensuite? It's impossible because of where it is. So basically things then in this room could go in the storeroom. Things like the beach stuff, your inflatable stuff and your cushion covers for your outside chairs, those kind of things. But we have another plan for some of that coming up as well, so look out for that. But then I said to Mike, look, if I clear everything out and find a home for everything, then shall I take that as my room? Because I've got my crafts and I've got a whole bookshelf next to me here that is purely my Greek books. I have 2 big bookshelves in the winter lounge for normal books, but this is my Greek book. So I was actually doing a Greek course here in Cyprus. So I've got lots of books, textbooks and things there. I've bought my desk in here. There was a wardrobe in here, and that is all my craft stuff's in there. So it made sense. So basically when I talk about Mike's room and my room, he's got a room like this, and basically he's decided to clear it out, throw away some electronic stuff and bits and pieces and move the whole room around. So because he did that, my winter lounge, he's moved a lot of stuff out of there, and it's just chaos at the moment, but I'm going to let him get on with it. He knows I'll help him, but I don't know what he wants to keep and what he doesn't. So that's basically that. Oh, and when we're talking about Mike, when I was doing that cross-stitch apron with the olives, I was getting all my colour threads out and saying, what colour is the olive leaves? And when you've got loads of different shades, you then start to doubt what it is. And he walked out and I was like, oh, okay then, don't help me. And then he came back. That's the colour of the olive leaves, Dawn. He went out and picked me an olive leaf so I could get it right. And then I was like, what colour are the branches? He went, I'm not going out bringing you a branch. So, yeah, this is one of the olive leaves. So I thought that was rather sweet. I left that on there to show you because I thought that was really sweet. What else have I got to catch you up with? Just basically harvesting at the moment. Melons, beetroots, obviously all my herbs. What else? Peppers, rocket, radish. I've been doing lots of harvesting. I've made zucchini cake or zucchini bread. Put lots of zucchinis in the freezer. So busy there. Ashley's Allotment Adventures is in the house. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing? Nice to see you here. Do go and check out Ashley's channel because there's very good walk around tours of what he's doing in his allotment. And if you've got questions on gardening, he will do his utmost to help you with what you want to know. So even if it's not on the video he's showing you, you've got a gardening question, do go along to Ashley's Allotment Adventures and drop him a comment and he'll do his best to help you. What else? Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. Oh, apart from just a little warning for those of you who have a channel on YouTube. I know many of you don't have a channel, but a little warning for any of you who do have a channel. Just watch out for the most recent bots. Any message they send you, now there's two ways they send it. Sometimes they just comment, and within their comment, they type in SM promo. You have to report it. Don't just delete it, and definitely don't leave it on your channel. And I'll tell you what they are in a minute. But it's under the YouTube guidelines that if you leave bad things on your channel, on your comments, you are responsible for what comments are on your channel. The other comments they might do is they start off luring you in by saying things like, that was a really wonderful channel, a really wonderful video. I can maybe help you grow your channel, any of those kind of things, but they're building you up first of all. Do not click on any of those and do not click on anything with the words or letters SM promo. Now, the reason you have to report them is, as I say, you're against the guidelines if you leave any of those on your channel, because they are a company that is basically trying to lure you in to, they say they will help your channel to grow. Yes, they will. And you do have to pay for it. But what it is, all they will actually do is use your money to buy you subscribers, comments, or views. So they're not real. You are paying for that, which is, it's actually a really bad thing. I know a lot of the big channels buy their views, and you'll see many of the massive channels, they might lose 1k overnight because of something scandalous, but I guarantee the next day they've got that 1k straight back again. And that is completely against YouTube guidelines, which is why you must report them, because if you're leaving them there, you are endorsing this thing. And then YouTube doesn't know if you've then gone to them and bought subscriptions, views, etc. So do report them first off. The Shoot Tourist is in. Thank you for coming along, Jimmy. Nice to see you there. Okay, so let's get on now with what I want to do. As I said about Mike sorting out his room, I have got out of his room, this was under his desk. It's a big shoebox and it's absolutely full of photographs. Now, I will be sorting those out while we chat, see what's in there. I know that these are family photos and friends photos, and ones where they've written letters, so it's almost a file of letters from them as well. So I might not be able to show or share everything, so I will chat while I'm going through those. But straight away I can see these are pictures when I worked in education, when I was teaching, and these were on the staff notice board. This was 1 year. They changed every year because we had a school photographer came in every year and the teachers all had to have a photo done. So this was 1 year. Oh, I look quite young there. So that's when I was teaching in child education. I can see that one. Oh, here's a big version. This is what would have been on the notice board. And obviously, every year, the managers always took the big one, and then you could have the others, but you had to pay for them all. So every year, here's the big one that was on the board. Every year, when they were going to take the next pictures, I took the one down because I'd technically paid for it. So those. What else? Oh, this would have been another year. You can tell by the background it's like a photographer that came into the department and took the photos. So you'll have to work out the order of these. What else have we got here? Oh, this is my friend's car. Look at me. This is my friend's car. It's a bit screwed up because it's squashed. This is my friend's car. I'm sure some of you know what that is. That's my best friend's car. And what we used to do is, because we were both single, we used to go on holiday together. So if you go for a dinner or a party and you need a plus one, we would always go with each other. So there's that. Oh, here we go. Look, there's that one again. There's that one. I don't need all of those. It's a case of deciding what I'm going to get rid of and what I'm keeping. I'll just cover some people up. That's one of my friends in England, but I don't know if they want to be on YouTube. That was just before I left England. These are pictures we took just before we went. That was just before we left England. Oh, that's her and her partner. And funny enough, these two friends, I will show you this, when they came out to mine and Mike's wedding here, because me and Mike got married here, and they weren't married, and she caught my bouquet, and guess what? They got married. There. There's more of her wedding. Oh, that's a nice one of them, actually. It's nice. And she actually moved to across the road to me where I lived. We were good friends, and she moved with him across the road to where I lived. They were completely different houses across the road. We had Great Big Edwardian house, and then they built a few, I say modern, not new, modern, ones across the road. Now, these are pictures from me when I worked in education. This is one of the places I worked. Let's see if there's any with me in. I can show you. Just put my fingers in the right place. So there's me at work. This was in a private nursery school. Okay. Oh, every Christmas they had a theme, and all the children, my hair, I've got so much hair. Every year, every Christmas, they did a Christmas party, and they always themed it, and everyone had to dress up. And this year, in this picture, I think it was the war, it must have been. So, of course, a lot of the children came as evacuees. And I had this costume already from a dance show I was in. So I'm an air raid warden. So there's that. Oh, this is a night out. Must have been Christmas, because we only really, everyone went out together for Christmas, like staff Christmas. But then there was a group of us that were really great friends. So we'd go out as well. So there's me. My hair looks very red there. Whenever I'm under lights, my hair looks far more red than other times. People keep saying, oh, have you changed the colour of your hair? No. So, we took the children on trips out. So here we are in the ballpark. It's me in the ballpark. Ashley says, I don't have hair. Save a fortune, I'm not buying shampoo. You're so funny. Oh, this is on a Christmas night out. And we used to, instead of buying presents for each other, we do, I think some of you call it like Secret Santa or something, but we had to buy funny things. And there's me receiving one of my funny things. It was a photo of somebody. So there's that. You see my hair looks really red there. I guarantee it's always the same colour. If there's any more of me. Oh, here's one of me at work. Me at work. There. These are other people at work for memoirs. Oh, this is the Christmas night out again. That is me. Other people, other people, other people, other people. It's all the stuff. Oh, here's me. This is when I just got back to work after I've been in the Bahamas for about a month. So I've still got the braids in my hair when I first came back. I kept them all in for a while. Cornrows. There's me at work, so someone's going to comment about the hair again. That's why I can't really have short hair, because my hair is so thick that if I cut it short, it just puffs out. I'm going to get taken down now from YouTube again. So there's me at work again. So that's why. Oh, this is a school trip, and we took them to, can't remember if it was Heathrow Airport or Gatwick Airport. I always get those two mixed up. I think it must be Gatwick Airport. So there's me, look, going to Gatwick Airport. Have to wear the staff badge when you're out. If you're very clever, you can screenshot that, zoom in. Oh, this is at work. I'll cover up children's faces there. So this is riding the bikes, obviously, with the children. Oh, life's so hard. Oh, I just noticed I've got a 7-Up shirt on. Do you remember that character from the 7-Up adverts? Ah, this is another work photograph. I like that one. That one's not too bad. I think that was a later one. It's a later one. Oh, here we go. This is like dressing up for the Christmas party again. This is photographed in my house before I went. And it was the time of the Teletubbies when they were popular. I don't know if you know that if you're in another country. Ashley, I know Teletubbies. And I'm obviously a Teletubby with the TV screen on my front. So, yeah, that was my last house, my lounge at Christmas time. And this was quite good because I originally bought this outfit. You can't see very well. I made the head bit. The hat bit came with the outfit. And I bought hundreds of outfits from Richmond ice skating rink before they closed down. And there were hundreds of them and like loads of matching ones, all different things. And I bought them because I was running a stage school at the time and reused them for other things. Now, this originally was a Busby costume, which again, if you're not English, you won't know. Busby was a bird, cartoon bird, promoting British Telecom. Then the ice skating rink used it for something else, and then I transformed it to that, and then I retransformed, as I say, I had quite a lot of everything the same. I retransformed them to birds in Alice in Wonderland when Alice cries and she makes a big pool of water, and then all these birds and ducks come. Tweety Bird. This tutor says, watch Dawn's latest video. I tell you guys what you want to go and look at. I did a live on my other channel, my Tuesday tours. Sometimes it'll be countries, sometimes it'll be places of interest, all sorts of things on my tours on Tuesdays. And my last one was more of my abandoned village. I take you actually in some of the abandoned stone houses. And I know Jimmy likes history. I talk about a little bit of the history of the stone houses. So you might look at that. So that's on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. And this tutor says, smash the like button, indeed. Comment and share out the live. Thank you very much. Yes, so here's another picture of it. You can see one of my Yorkshire Terriers there. That's one of my big Yorkshire Terriers. Yes. There. And the reason I have, some of you might think that's Father Christmas on the top of my tree, it's actually St. Nicholas. And the reason is my birthday is December the 6th, and that is St. Nicholas Day, the patron saint of Christmas, children and presents. So it's obvious, isn't it? I don't now have that on my tree. I stand it on my mantelpiece of my fire at Christmas. Oh, this is a nice one. Just putting fingers over children's heads. So there's me at work. That's a really nice picture because I'm obviously I'm painting their hands. If you don't know what I'm doing painting with their hands basically. So there's me. The reason I have a bun sometimes, I didn't wear a bun to work, but there is a pay scale if you're any form of teacher or anything like that. And I work there, first of all, as supply because I'm running my own stage school at the same time. And long story, but I decided that I wanted to qualify in education as well. It kind of all tied together. They were going to bring a law in about any form of, all this, I can't say P-files, when all that was quite happening in England particularly. They were going to make new rules if you work for Brownies or Scouts or any clubs and all that. And they were saying you had to be like formally in child education or something like that in order to be running something like a dance school or anything like that. So I jumped in while they were even talking about it. It didn't come into effect, but I jumped in and got qualified in child education. I can teach up to high school, that age group. So that was the qualification I took all the way up to that. So what I was doing, because I was running my stage school, I was doing afternoons and evenings. I obviously had mornings and early afternoons free. So I decided instead of wasting the education qualification, I would work as a supply teacher. And instead of going to an agency and giving them part of the money, I went round to my local boroughs, districts, and actually put my name on their educational role if they needed a supply. So it was cheaper for them and cheaper and more for me money-wise. And then eventually, this one I've just shown you the picture of, they actually said, can you work here full-time? And I said, well, I will, as long as my stage school comes first and there's days I can't do a late shift, because if I do a late shift, I can't get to my dance classes for the younger children. So I said, see you. Thanks, Jimmy, for all your links there. So I said, yes, I will come and work for you as long as I don't do late shifts on the days that I didn't have another teacher. And also, I don't want to be on your pay scale. I want to still be on the supply teacher pay scale, because I was getting, in the end, a lot more than the manager just by coming in. And I was a full-time worker there, but on the pay scale then of supply. So if you see pictures of me with a bun, I'm obviously going to work straight after. So these are the days that I'm going to work, and occasionally you might see me in a tracksuit or something when I was having to go on the bus to another location for dancing, because I had several locations, and yeah, I didn't want to carry like tons of stuff with me. So oh, this is another year when they had a party, and this was, I remember, Disney characters you had to come dressed as. So here I'm Captain Hook. I'm Captain Hook. And I do recall this top was something that I bought from, as I say, loads of them I had, all the same, of different outfits. This top was the ice skating people. I think they were like majorettes or something like that. I already had the hat from Musketeers and just black trousers. I've got belt from somewhere. So, yeah. Oh, here's another one of Teletubbies. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, there were 4 Teletubbies, and I grabbed 3 children that were different ones. So this is what the Teletubbies' faces look like, but they all had different antennae. So mine is correct, and that one's correct. I've covered these faces up because they've just got their faces. So Jimmy put, check out Dawn's Diary episode 2. That's cool. That's on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, that Jimmy's added there. And as I say, go and look on my last live on Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty if you want to see the abandoned houses and going inside. So here again, back from Bahamas with my cornrows. I'd love to have that done again. I think now I've got really long hair. It comes, I can sit with my hair now at the moment. Yes. Oh, here's some more painting children. I was someone who would always do an activity. There was kind of a timetable, like there was group time and you had like a set group. I mostly had the three to fives because I was the educator. So I was teaching them to read and write, yes, at nursery school. So, and then they went to school and they always excelled at school because they could already do most of the so I mostly had those. So we had group time, you had to set play time, and then you had like free time, but I'd always set up a table and do activities. Hey, BC Treasure Trails, bring back Trumpton. Who's your favourite character, Ashley, in Trumpton? I always found Mrs. Honeyman? Mrs. Honeyman. I always thought she was bizarre. I used to think she was on wheels. I thought she was on wheels. If you remember how she moved. I tell you, Ashley, Cuthbert. There's a funny clip on YouTube where there's someone else calling the firemen's names out. It is so funny. It's a little bit rude, but it is so funny. I have to try and find it, but if you just go on it, there's a funny one. It's really clever, really clever. Oh, yeah, so here's the airport trip. So trip to the airport. Oh, another one of me. Another one of me. Oh dear. So that's that bag. So that's a work bag. What's this one? Oh, this was sent to me by one of my old dance pupils. Funny, they lived in Cyprus, but they moved to England. So this is the Isle of Wight. It's the Isle of Wight. Does anyone know the Isle of Wight apart from Ashley? It's the south coast of England. It's a little island off the south coast of England called the Isle of Wight. And it's not white as in the colour. It's Wight. I was always ill when I went to Isle of Wight. Dibble. Oh, Dibble, you know. Oh, you've surprised me there. Oh, Pew pew, Barley McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble and Grub. For a small town that had a lot of fires. Oh, Grub, there you go. Oh, look at you go. Oh yeah, Miss Lovelace, I've forgotten her. Oh, I've forgotten her. I remember, what's his name? Mr. Carraway, the fishmonger. Who was the baker? Murphy. Mr. Murphy. Captain Jack, I think you're confused now. Your question mark is correct. No, Captain Jack. Oh, are you talking about the head of the fire brigade? What was his name? What was the name? Is that who you mean? It's me making fun of you. I don't know what his name was. Who's clever on that one? Yes, Mr. Murphy, the baker, and he had two little children, didn't he? A boy and a girl. Don't know their names. Captain Flack. There you go, Captain Flack. Why was the fire engine bigger than the houses? I'm going to have to rerun that. Yeah, you're right, because they used to have the houses going along, didn't they? You know. Who else was there? Oh, Dr. Mop. He was a bit sinister, but my doctor, when I was little, looked a little bit like him. Who else was it? I didn't like Chigley. Didn't like Chigley at all, and the train and Mr. Bellamy or whatever his name. I didn't like that. Oh, Windy Miller, if you were on the outskirts. But that came under, what was the third one? Chigley, Trumpton. There were three. I didn't like the third one. And all the fort, the army. Oh, is that Captain Jack? All the fort stuff. I didn't like that. I like the village, Trumpton. Who else? And then you had one, I think, on the other programmes, there was a farmer. You didn't see that very often. No, Trumpton. It's got to be Trumpton all the way, definitely. Can't think of any more characters. Yeah, I forgot Miss Lovelace. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I always thought Dr. Mop's wife was Mrs. Honeyman, but not very likely, is it? The name should have been a clue. I don't know why I thought that. I always thought they were married. Oh, dear. Okay, I'll go through this photo box. Oh, these are letters from people. Letters. Oh, this is my cousin that got married out here. I'll show you my cousin, but he's not married to that lady anymore. So he came to Cyprus to have his wedding. So you can see me and Mike and my cousin. Doesn't Mike look young there? And it was quite good because they were right over in Paphos having the wedding. And me and Mike went and stayed in a hotel opposite where they got married. And it was €20 a night for 5-star because we're residents of Cyprus. Yes, you get huge discounts here on hotels. If you're a resident, you have to show your, for us, our alien card to show we're aliens. Ooh. We have to show that. Yeah, didn't know Lydia Lovelace was in Trumpton. I'm not sure who she is. I've heard her name, but I don't know who she really is, Ashley. Fill me in. I'm sure you talked about her before, and I think you had to tell me before who she was. Oh, look what I found now. I've been to Coronation Street. Yes. Of course. I've been everywhere. I've been everywhere. I've been to EastEnders. I've been to Downing Street. Oh, in case you want to know, Ashley, I went to Grange Hill. I went to Grange Hill. Did you know that? Yes, I went to Grange Hill. There's me at EastEnders. Albert Square. Oh, I've been to Top of the Pops. Don't Google a name, okay? I've been to Top of the Pops. That's the smallest studio ever in the whole wide world. It's a bit of behind the scenes. You can see how terrible the scenery is in EastEnders. It's really bad. That's what you see, and that's what I see. Behind the scenes. I like to take pictures. Oh, this is when Jack Duckworth was doing a thing. He was trying to get the pigeons off the roof, and he was hanging off the roof being filmed, and that's the bit they used. That's the bit he did. That was me reenacting it. I got so many behind the scenes stuff. Oh, this was Land of the Giants or something like that. That's me under the Giants table with the tablecloth. Had a red hat. Oh, she was all, hello, wait. Don't Google her name, right? Oh, Twinbrook Acres, hi there. Hello, I made it to one of your lives. Yay. BC Treasure Trail, she was always walking her dogs. Oh, Mrs. Lovelace, yes, lots of, Pekingese. And how many did she have? About 6 or 7. They were always, yes, that's right. And had a red hat. It was a very old-fashioned lady hat, wasn't it? Oh, this is me in America. I've never been to America. This is me on different film sets. Oh, let's put it on my lap because I'm having trouble leaning over there. Let's see if I've got some more film sets because they're quite interesting. I'm spoiling it all for you. Rover's Return, me going in the Rover's Return. There I go. What other film sets have I got to show you? Oh, this is me on the film set of Sherlock Holmes. It's a bit dark, that one. You can see the house, 221B, Baker Street. Oh, this is me in America again. Never been to America. It's a film set. Oh, me in America again. Never been to America. School bus. Oh, and what's that? I don't know, cars. I won't say it and mess myself up. Oh, me in Parliament. Now, I'll tell you something about Parliament. When you see it in any films, the amount of rows is completely incorrect because you can't get the rows on a set to look right. So this is fake because the amount of rows, if you compare that with Parliament, real Parliament, then there are far more rows. Oh, me going into Downing Street, naturally. Not film set. Film set. That's all EastEnders. Got a whole pile of that. What else have I got of interest? Probably not a lot. Can't show you people too much. Let's see. Oh, this is what? Oh no, these aren't right. I try to explain dodgems, but the mini ones, it's not quite these. But see how these are? These are like bike versions. But imagine those like the fairground dodgems, but that size. That's what I always wanted as a child, to be my vehicle. Be my vehicle. Family pictures. Me with big hair. Do you want to see me with big hair? My niece's christening. Oh, see, so much hair. Got more hair than that now. It's just out of control, my hair. Really is. I've got to keep it long or it goes all puff out. Puff. Puff. What else? Oh, yeah, me pictures. I can show you me pictures. This one's quite nice. This is me at, whose wedding would this have been? Oh, my little sister's wedding, my baby sister's wedding. That's me. That's me there. I think I was really ill on that day, if I remember rightly. I wasn't very well at all. And there's me again, so it's reflecting there. I'll show you this. Now, I've talked a few times about my aunt that isn't my aunt. She is a relative. She's my nan's brother's wife. Not sure what that is. Great aunt? No, I don't think so. Anyway, my nan's brother's wife. And I've always said how people think she's Hyacinth Bouquet. She's not nasty or rude or posh, but people think she looks a bit like Hyacinth Bouquet. But she is the loveliest person you would ever meet. She's so funny. She is absolutely lovely. She's such a fun person. So fun. Any more of me I can show you? Probably not. What's this? Oh, these are just, they're photocopies, but these are pictures of EastEnders. Oh, that one's upside down. That's no good. So you saw that one. EastEnders, the pub, just upside down pictures. And that's another one. What else? Anything else I can share? Oh, I did say I was going to do some shout outs. So let me do those before I forget. So we're going to shout out, obviously, Twinbrook Acres, BC Treasure Trails, Ashley's Allotment Adventures, The Astute Tourist, and Nanya Texas on the back 20. Thanks for being here, guys. I really do appreciate it. Even those who can just pop in for a minute and say hello, always appreciative. Now, I'm going to do today's shout outs I did it a while ago, quite a long while ago, and I actually really enjoyed doing it this way. And I thought it was a fair way of doing shout outs. What I'm doing right now is I'm going on my channel. Oh, it says there's 2 watching. There's more than 2 watching. I go on my channel, if I can find it. Right. Right, I've got, ooh, that's weird. Wait. Right, I'm on my channel now. That was weird. It put up something else entirely. So I'm on my channel and I'm going to go on my last few videos and shout out those who have commented under my videos. And I'm going to start doing this again because I just feel it's a very fair way of doing shout outs. Hold on a minute, because I can't play it, can I? There we go. Caught it before it started playing. Okay, so we have comments from Ian Reeves 2383. And this is on the video I've just put up, double video, a shopping haul and visit to Paphos and Paphos Market. And Ian Reeves says, great video. I didn't realise you've changed to the euro, but then I only went to Cyprus about 17 years ago. Looks beautiful and peaceful. Yes, we changed to the euro, and that was the biggest mistake ever. And we've got Desert Adventures in Arizona. Good shopping trip. I was excited about the clamps. If you want to know about that, you've got to go look. Good prices on ladies' shoes and clothing. Enjoyed seeing downtown Paphos market areas. That's a good one. Okay, let's go on another one. Let's go on the one prior to that. I've got to make sure it doesn't play because I haven't put any music credits in. So this is Frugal Pallet Wood Vertical Growing Wall Produce Update. And we shout out My Home and Dream Garden. And she's put basil and parsley like to grow in gaps from own seeds. I'm wondering where they will seed themselves on the ground, because I've got them in very small cat bags. So I have replied to this one and I put, I don't allow these ones here to seed. I have plenty more elsewhere that I will allow to seed. I can keep the ones growing year after year here by not allowing them to seed. So a perfect place to grow the ones for our guest. And then we've got another one here from Joseph Bloomster 3040 and from California, USA. So do check out some of these channels, guys. And let's do one more from here. And then I'll come back to the chat. I can't see you guys if you're not aware. I can't see the chat or anything right now. Okay, so this one is Cypress Fire, filmed from our home with fire helicopters. And then below this, I have linked other fire videos filmed from our property. So we have the astute tourist says, we use the same tactics here in the States. I hope the fires aren't too close to your home. And I replied, near, all filmed from my house, but had much nearer ones. Those videos are linked under this video. We have a shout out to my Alabama farm life. And she says, so many fires all over the world. And then we've got, I'm going to have trouble pronouncing this one, Ode Kake Support, I believe it is. Super video, have a nice day. And then we have one from Jackie Bartholomew 2607, and they live fairly near me. Jackie put, notice this morning by the bridge in Avdimu. So I put, there are many around us at the moment. I keep my eye on the fire watch. Keep safe. And final shout out for now, Spitfire Red, who sent hundreds, hearts and prayers. And I did a thank you in return. So that's basically some shout outs there. I will be doing some shout outs on my other channel like this, which is Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty. Let me just pop that up for you. A link. Linky links. I can find a link. There we go. Copy. Paste. Oh yes, I forget it's 12 over. Darn. There we go. It's now 186 instead of 200. You'll be like, what did you cut out? Oh dear. Yeah, so I will be doing some shout outs on my lives on that channel, and I'm doing pop-up lives on the other channel that I've just listed, Tranquility. I'm doing pop-ups on some Tuesdays, some Thursdays, but regular Friday ones. And if you want to know where they are, then I did on my last live, so that would have been Tuesday, I did in the description put all times on both channels of my lives. So go and check that out there, because I just can't remember all of them top of my head. I know my times just about, but as I say, the Tuesday and Thursdays are pop-up ones. Thanks guys for all the thumbs up. Really appreciate that, especially when I see one pop up. I'm like, yay. Yay. I have just edited a video which is going to be my next one to be posted on this channel, and I called it Putting Things into Perspective, something like that, a tour. And it's some drone shots, some shots from when Mike flew a plane over our house and I took some photos, and some pictures on the ground showing you as best as I can the layout of our whole plot. It's too much for one picture, but the layout and explaining where buildings are, what they are, and then I'll show you pictures from the ground of the buildings, what the buildings are, and where my growing areas are, what all the bits are. So you get a little bit more perspective, because when I had, was it my workaway here? I think the last workaway, and she'd been watching my video where I'm doing a construction to grow beans on in a bath, in an old bath. And when I showed her all around, she's like, oh, wow. She said, I thought that bath area was like some sort of small contained area. And she said, I couldn't really believe like where it actually is. She said, you just don't get the perspective of where things are. So I thought, yes, well, I will do that. And I'm going to try and remember also, if I show you I'm doing a project somewhere or something on the raised bed, I'm trying now to also film a little bit more prior to it, showing you a bit more where we are, rather than here's a raised bed I'm doing something with. So I'm trying to do that a lot more now. Oh, and I will do a shout out for Yogi Hollow Farm, because she's just put up a tour. I haven't watched it yet, but I've put in my watch later, because I really want to see that. And she's just done, I don't know how she's doing it, if she's walking around or what she's doing it. And she's just done a house tour, which made me think of my one that I'm posting. When I saw her one today, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm posting mine. So I'm pretty sure there'll be completely different types of video. And mine was very hard to do because I couldn't think how I could share with you pictures rather than doing a live, because I still can't show photographs on StreamYard Live. I can only show film clips. Yes, I know. Okay, Ashley, thanks very much. Keep an eye on your email. Oh, okay. I keep my eye on it. Can actually leave my computer at some point because I need to take my eye with me. Okay, sounds interesting. Ooh. Hope things are okay, Ashley. So, yeah, I wasn't sure how to share it with you. So I knew I had to kind of make a video. So what I did, I've got all my photos together, put them in a file, and then put them on this laptop. And as I'm clicking through, I'm filming the screen so I can point. I can point and go, there's this and there's that. But I don't know what happened, because when I edited it, because I needed to talk at the same time as well, I couldn't do a voiceover. So when I edited it, and I did have to split it, move things around so the same things were together, and you'll see I've inserted other bits and put those in. So it took me a long time to edit. But when I was playing it back, for some reason, I think the camera, I've got a bambified tripod. It gradually goes down. So I think that must have happened because it hasn't got all of the screen in it, the picture. You can't tell, but I'm talking about, and over here you can see this. And I'm like, no, you can't. So that's not in the picture. So I had to edit a lot out as well. It was absolutely crazy, but I'm pleased. Oh, and the other thing is filming the screen. It's a little bit bluey. It's a little bit bluey, slightly. I've tried to lighten it up and whatever, but you get what you get. But it was more about trying to get in perspective of where things are. And maybe some of you don't know all the buildings on our land as well. So, yes, look out for that. That should be coming up. What is it? It's Wednesday today. So I post again on Fridays on this channel. So, yes, on Friday you will see that. And hopefully you get more perspective as to what's what. And yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there because it's so hot. I want to go and jump in the pool, and I will see you very soon. Tomorrow I'm going out, so I don't know if there will be a pop-up live on my other channel or not, my Thursday pop-ups. But make sure you're subscribed anyway and hit the notification bell, and then if I start one, you will know. Nice to see you all. Until next time, as always, Meraki. Bye, guys.